One of the top questions I get asked as a creative business owner is how did you find your virtual assistant and how did the whole hiring process work? I've shared my experience privately with at least 10 of my business friends, but I know a lot of business owners are wondering about it. So in this video, I'm going to share everything I know about hiring a VA, and that is going to include how exactly you do it, what are the different ways, what is the process, what do you get them to do, and how my experience has been going the past 10 months. And make sure you stick until the very end because I'm going to answer some top FAQ questions about hiring a VA. How do you know you are ready to hire a VA? If you have some admin tasks that you really don't need to be doing yourself, then you can outsource it. So just to give you an example, I have a free Facebook group and I have some membership questions. One of the questions is getting people to enter their email. So then I have to take their email and put it into my ActiveCampaign email mailing provider. And so that is a lot of admin work every single week. So that is something I got my virtual assistant Des to do. Another thing is if you're just like really busy and you can't stay on top of things, or maybe you're so busy that when you do things, the quality is not like 100%, and you know that if you outsource it, then someone else could do it way better than you. So that's like something else that you can think about when you're deciding what you want the VA to do and if you're ready to get one. And I think hiring a VA doesn't have to be something that is like a full-time thing, or maybe somebody works for you for 20 hours a week. Like that is a lot to start off with. When I first started, I got Des to do about 5 hours of work per week. And so you could even start with like 2 hours if you really wanted to. You really don't need to hire like a full-time employee. So you can start small and then just ramp it up later when you have more work or you get busy or you have like other projects. What are the best ways to find a VA? The easiest thing to do is probably to ask your other business owner friends and see if they have a VA and see if you can get a referral to their VA, or maybe referral to their VA and then their VA can refer you to another VA if that VA is too busy. Another way to find a VA is through Facebook groups. So you can look for Facebook groups that are business related or entrepreneurship or freelancer related, and you can either post a question asking for recommendations for a VA, or you can search for previous questions and see if anybody else has searched for a virtual assistant, and you can look at the comments. So I actually did try to go through my friends and then also look through Facebook groups, but I didn't really find somebody that I really wanted to work with. So that's when I decided to take things into my own hands and hire my own VA. And specifically for me, I really wanted somebody who was on board with my mission. And so that's when I started to look into how to hire a VA. You might have heard of the website Upwork, and this is the website that I used to hire my VA Des. There are other websites you definitely can use, but in this video, because I used Upwork myself, I'm gonna walk you through how exactly you can use Upwork to do that. You might have also seen like virtual assistant companies where you work with a company and then they pair you with a VA. But typically with those, there is like a monthly commitment that you have to commit to, or some kind of a flat fee that you have to pay. I don't know too much about those, but that is another option. But for people who are just looking for a VA, I would recommend like just finding a VA by yourself. How to find a VA on Upwork. My process. Step 1, post a job description. You really need to have an idea of what they're going to do, so creating a job description is a great way to figure out what you want the VA to do. Step 2, once you publish it and get a few people interested, pick several people to interview. For me, I had 17 people apply and I chose to interview 6 people. Step 3, and this is optional. You can ask the top 3 people that you interviewed to do a sample assignment. For example, I gave them a 1-hour time limit and I asked them to write a sample comment, a sample caption, and also make an Instagram post using Canva. Step 4, pick your top person based on what's important to you. For me, it was communication skills, ability to follow instructions, interest in what I do, how fast I think they can be trained, and just the general vibe. By the way, if you are getting value out of this video so far, hit the thumbs up and let me know, leave me a comment. Oh, and another thing is if you are curious about how I onboarded and trained my VA Des, leave me a comment and maybe I'll make a video if people are interested in that. Frequently asked questions. What should you get them to do? Honestly, it could be anything as long as you can like pass it on to them, and if It's something that they can be trained on, but anything from graphic design, website stuff, social media things, video editing, there's so much that a VA could do. And I think it really is a good idea to look at what tasks you are currently working on. And what I did before making like the job description is to write out every single thing I do in my business and like, is this actually necessary for me, myself to do this? Or can I outsource this to somebody else? How many hours does my VA do per week? So when I started in the job description, I said it was 5 to 10 hours, and it's been about 10 months of us working together. So it actually ranges anywhere between 3 hours to 20 hours. Like 3 hours is when it's like quiet, like around Christmas time, there's really nothing to do. The 20-hour one was when I had like a huge project when I was re-recording my course, the Calligraphy Instructor Academy, and she was helping me trim the videos and do a bunch of stuff with the videos. So that's why sometimes it's a lot. So for you, if you are going to make an arrangement with a virtual assistant, it is better, I think, if you get them to like track their time. And for me, Upwork does this automatically. Like when the VA signs in, like it will track and take screenshots, I believe every 10 minutes or so. So you can actually see what they're working on. But if you don't use Upwork, and let's say you got a referral from a friend for a VA, you can still ask them to track their time. And my VA, Des, said that you can actually use something called Toggle, but there are a lot of other time tracking apps. So I think you just Google it. Oh, and then she also said that she really likes the Upwork app because there's a lot of transparency since it records the number of keyboard taps, mouse movement, and then it takes screenshots every 10 minutes. Next question is, how do you pay a VA? So for me, I just do it directly through Upwork, like I just connect my credit card, but I have referred Des to my other business friends, and she said that they can use invoicing software, just like general invoicing software, or they can use Wise, which is like a bank transfer software. How much does a VA cost? So it can range anywhere from like $3 an hour to like $50 an hour. It really depends on the skill and what type of VA you're looking for. To be very transparent, I pay my VA $9 USD an hour. So Des actually also sent me a couple other websites that people use. There's freelancer.com and also Fiverr, which I know Fiverr, there are actually tons of places you can find a VA, but I think the most important thing is to look for somebody that really fits what you're looking for. If you need like a certain language skill or some kind of graphic design skill, Canva, social media, whatever it is, make sure that it does fit. And I find that the most important thing is actually that I can work well with them and I vibe with their personality. And if they are lacking a bit in the skills department, then that's something I can always train them on. But like their attitude, their personality, and the way they work and their work ethic is something you can't really train people to do in the short term, but you can train people to learn different skills. If you're watching this video, I know that you are really busy, and so getting a virtual assistant is definitely one of the best ways to get some of the load off your shoulder. But another thing you can do is to look into how to improve your own time management. And I actually have these two videos here which go into more detail on how you can improve your time management skills. Let me know if this video was helpful. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have any other questions about hiring or interviewing or training VAs, and I'm happy to help out.